Well, it's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Kings Road Young Lions. I'm your DM, Saucey, and I'm here with the Young Lions, Rosa, Gator, Bronson, Solomon, and Zinthral. Say hello, Young Lions.
Hello, Young Lions.
Great. Where we last left off, the party had just arrived in the town of Ironvale to fight for their third gym badge. They ran into a purveyor of information at the local Grapplebees, and he revealed some secrets that were very interesting, especially to Zinthral, regarding the location of his father and the person who put him there. Additionally, Bronson ran into an old flame in the Knoll food markets, but she ran away and asked him to meet her the following morning at the town temple. However, when Bronson showed up at that temple, this beautiful young man showed up instead. And that brings us to where we are right now. We go inside the temple of Ironvale as Bronson waits patiently and anxiously in one of the pews inside this magnificent multi-faith church, temple, if you will. A young man enters through the threshold of the temple doors. He is dressed in blue and red colors and hobbles with the use of a cane. He passes two wooden tables on his way in, as well as a podium that has holy water.
My only weakness.
Bronson eyes him up as he's expecting to see his former love interest and mother of his child, who he never met. Alicine is the name she goes by, but when she had met him the day before, she said she goes by the name Navila. So the young man hobbles all the way up to Bronson, and with a genuine look on his face, he says, "You must be Bronson. I know you were expecting to meet Navila, but she sent me instead. My name is Bannon, and for the last 4 years, I've been the husband of the woman you know as Alicine Vane."
I really don't want to talk to him. I really, no offense, man, but I don't know if I have anything that I really want to discuss with you. All I want to do is talk to her and get some answers and try and figure out what to do with the rest of my life at this point, because there's a lot of what I thought was unfinished business that apparently has come to a really bummer of a finale.
I totally get that. I've heard your story. I heard what happened to you, and it really sucks. I'm sorry that happened to you. Sometimes life just has a way of punishing you for no reason. And then he looks down at his own dysfunctional leg, and he says, "You just have to have the ability to adapt sometimes. You feel me?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be alive. They told me I wouldn't live past a week. Then they said I wouldn't live until my 10th birthday. And I'm still here. I'm not supposed to be here. I don't deserve the woman that I have, but I'm living, breathing proof that you can be anything that you want to be. And we, Navila and I, we want that for you too. We want you to be the champion that you can be.
Yeah, I just have so many questions as to just what is going on. Like, everything was not fine, but there was a path. Like, there was a way to get back. there was a bride and a baby waiting, and now it's all just gone tits up. And I how did this all happen? What is even going on? Why is she here?
So I can't give you back what was taken away from you, but I can give you the truth. Navila told me everything, and I want you to know. I want to answer all of your questions, and I'm hoping that when you're done, you'll recognize that Navila is in a good place, and that she isn't exactly the person who you remember her to be anymore. That was 5 years ago, right? She's a mother now and a wife. A god.
Yeah, she was a mother with me, apparently. Like that. First of all, that's like, oh my god! Like, she had the baby, but why would she give it up?
Well, I can tell you the answer to that, but it's going to be hard for you to hear. So, before...
I mean, everything is hard to hear at this point.
Sure. So you know her father.
Yeah.
And you know he's not a great guy. He's the whole reason for the separation of you two. Well, he's no longer with us. He was executed shortly after what happened between the two of you for crimes inside the Capitol.
Really?
You know how things are at the Capitol. And I can tell you that my worst day in Ironvale beats any good day in the Capitol.
So then why is she in exile? Like, is she trying to, I don't know, start anew without the baggage of the family? Why the box? And they were well off. I mean, regardless of whether or not her father was a monster. I mean, that doesn't undo generations of wealth, does it?
It does. The name Vane has no value in the Capitol anymore, which is why she was so eager to change her own name. We were married out of an arrangement, and it's important that you know that I always took care of her, and I never hurt her. And when she was ready, you know, we had the family that she couldn't have when she was with you.
I get it.
She just wants a quiet life. So I'm doing everything that I can to give that to her. And that's kind of the reason why I'm here. You know, if you were in my shoes, you would probably do the same thing.
Yeah. Do you know where my son is?
I do. You have a son, and his name is Norris, and he's in the Capitol. You can't miss him, right? He looks just like you. He's a big boy. There aren't many built like you. And I mean that in the best possible way. But if you go to the orphanage, the Smoky Mountain Orphanage at the Capitol, you should be able to find him or find a record of where he is now.
Why didn't my house come and try to intervene?
Well,
they took me in. They absolutely would have taken him. He's innocent.
Well, there's some additional bad news in that regard. Your grandfather, Stallone Celtigar, is in prison now. Was arrested inside the Capitol as well, and is now at the cell, the prison island. So Stallone Celtigar is still alive, but he's been imprisoned.
So that's why the family is scattered to the winds.
That's right. To my knowledge, there are 5 Celtigars, and you would be the 6th. I believe you've already met Big Varo, and you've met Franco, and there are 3 others, and they're in town now. I can introduce you to them. You have your 3 cousins, Oren, Maris, and Grady.
Sorry, I'm writing this stuff down as fast as I can.
Oren and Maris, they go by another name. They like to call themselves the Young Celts, and you can't miss them. They have a habit of kicking people in the face. It's kind of their thing. It's funny the first couple times, but it gets old really quick.
Are they killing the business?
You can say that, yeah. And Grady is always around the fruit stands. Can't explain why. I think he has a thing for the produce lady, but the man loves oranges. You know, that's.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Yes. So they're close to your age. So you may have met them when you were younger. I mean, I don't know your history that well. I just know what I've heard. So what else can I tell you? How else can I help?
Are you guys getting by?
Well, yeah. I mean, my family has money. I come from money, although I'm kind of the black sheep of the family. You can probably resonates with you a little bit,
no,
right?
I get that. Yeah.
So my house, the house of Von Erichs, is still a very powerful family inside the capital, although I'm not really welcome there. So I hold things down here in Ironvale, and this is really the life that I'd rather have anyway.
Maybe we can do something about that.
I have I have a business. I sell granola snacks. I call them Booty Oats. And look for the pirate on the label. You may have seen them. If not, I can hook you up. They're delicious and nutritious. You'll love them. Navila loves them.
Any stretch, he's an honest businessman, and like he's not doing anything shady, and he's not, like causing more strife or anything like that.
Are you're asking?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like tracking.
I mean, you can roll insight.
Yeah, let me. That's a 17.
Okay, yeah. I mean, his leg is clearly not functional, right? This is a guy that could be destroyed without much effort, and he has really put himself at your mercy here, and he has summoned all the confidence and strength that he has here to make himself not appear like a threat, and to find a way that you both leave this building happy today.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably pretty nervous about what how this conversation could go. So you know what? He obviously, like, if he's been briefed on what the backstory, like the backstory between she and I share, and then like understands that I've just like happened to come across her, been basically like surprised into this whole situation, and then he comes in here and still has the balls to like be honest with me and explain what's going on, and then also be a pretty good guy, it would seem, out of it. I can't hate him. I can't fault him. He hasn't done anything to me, like he's just, and he's taking good care of someone that I care about. So I just reach out my arm for a handshake, and tell them that I appreciate it, that they don't have to worry about me being jealous or, you know, trying to you know, like I can understand the choices that she made and why she made them, and that this life is grim and painful and controlled by so many people outside of ourselves, that, you know, that I understand everything that she's done, and it makes me sad, but also makes me feel relieved that she has found someone that actually takes care of her, that I don't have to worry about her dumbass father being, you know, him. And I mean, like, it's bittersweet, man. Like, it's really a bummer for Bronson, but now the priorities just shift a little bit, you know, and not all closure is happy closure.
He absolutely accepts your handshake, and his small, thin hand, right, shakes yours in a way that you know you could crush it to dust. But he does look you in the eyes, and with a parting word, he says, "Today sucks, but tomorrow is a new day." It's a new day. Yes, it is. He says, "Now, there's somebody that you should meet in this town. Have you met the warden yet?"
No, and we need to. We thought we had maybe an in, but if you've got a way that I can get in front of him to try and challenge for this this token, then I'm all for it.
Well, yeah, he's a close personal acquaintance of mine. It's probably not fair to call us friends, but I can get you an audience with him. So,
he's a big fan of my granola.
Loves the granola, loves the booty goats. Yeah. So round up your crew here, and I can take you to go see him.
Awesome. I'll absolutely do it.
Okay. So in the background, Rosa, you are here as well. Is that what I understand correctly?
Yes, I tagged along, and I'm, you know, off in a little spot, you know, to pray, but also to kind of eavesdrop.
So, how much of this did you hear?
100%. She's smaller than the pews. She could absolutely just walk up to us and still be fully obscured.
Oh, I don't know. Do you want me to roll for anything like that, or because I assume that I would have heard all of it?
No, you can just roleplay it.
I mean, I'm just making sure he's not there to murder people. Because that's what I was afraid of, was that he's going to murder this dude. So I was pleasantly surprised.
So at a certain point, Bronson, you do catch a glimpse of, hey, Rosa's here. You didn't know that, but here she is. So a little awkward.
I'm pretty sure he knew that you tagged with me. Yeah. I thought you knew.
Yeah, I was hoping to have at least like one person around just in case it went south, and she seemed to be the best one to raise a corpse if it came to that.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I just kind of look at her, and I just kind of look down, and I'm like, well, I mean, like I told him, closure's not always fun, but at least I've got some, you know, knowledge that Alicine is okay, and I've got some new priorities now.
So
go ahead. Sorry.
So Bannon is walking away as you're having this discussion, and he stops in his tracks and turns around to look at you both. And he says, Oh, there is one more thing that I'm forgetting. I have a gift for you. So he starts to hobble towards you again, and he reaches inside his jacket into the inside pocket, and he goes to pull something out. What's your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I could take a crossbow bolt to the chest. All I need is a reason, right? But I don't know. He didn't give me any reason to doubt his character so far. So I think if this turns bad, I'm just gonna take it on the nose.
Wand of paralysis on the nose.
Say la vie.
Fix that.
He pulls out
I brought Rosa.
He pulls out a scroll tube and points it in the direction between the two of you. And he says, "For you."
I'll reach out and take it.
Okay. You want to go ahead and give me an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Can
That's
I,
a 5.
I was like, can I also make an Arcana check?
Oh shit!
Or
You're probably trained in it.
maybe.
Yeah, let's let her make the.
So you want to hand it over to Rosa?
Yeah, I'll hand it. Yeah. If it's clearly like a magical scroll, then yeah, I'm gonna just hand it to Rosa.
All right, let's see how this goes.
It's a glyph of.
Oh, natural 20, so 24.
Okay. Roll me a 1d4.
1d4. I can grab it.
Who is messaging me?
Ew, it's a 1.
It's a 1. Okay. It is a spell with 1 charge of comprehend languages.
We can finally talk to the commissioner.
Yes.
Maybe this will come in handy. I don't have any use for it, but you are world travelers. It seems like something that you could use.
Appreciate it, man.
So
I used it to comprehend common.
So he goes to walk away again. He says, "I'll catch up with you later."
Yeah. Do we want to set like a meet like outside the? Outside of the warden's house. We've got accommodations nearby.
Okay.
And so yeah, if you want to meet us at sundown?
Okay.
Because it's like first light right now. So yeah, get your day on, sell your granola, and then we'll talk to you at dinner time.
Perfect. All right, Rosa. What else would you like to do?
I mean, as he's leaving, it's like, it was nice to meet you, in my tiny little halfling spot. Actually, I was kind of curious if any of my spells would help with, his issue with his
birth defect.
I guess that wouldn't help.
I mean, you can restore it to its
former glory.
Well, no.
Baby leg.
Do you have regenerate, Rosa?
No.
Not yet.
Chop his leg off in the grill under.
I think that the DM might be implying it's one of those wish/miracle things,
Yeah.
so we might be out of our realm right now.
You
It was
can
a long shot.
you can heal him back to his maximum health. Is the best way to put that. But I don't believe that you could fix an ailment that he was born with.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why he's the black sheep of the family. Maybe his family gave his leg to the devil or something like that.
Wow.
Man, that's kind of metal.
All right, I'm going to write that down.
Brutal.
All right, I'll let that go.
He's actually a warlock. Okay, so
yeah.
let's go ahead and we'll cut over to where do we want to cut to next? Who wants to go next?
Roll initiative.
Roll initiative. Alrighty.
Oh, you want to roll to see who's got the next side quest on the docket?
I'll
That sounds
leave
like
it for
fun.
initiative.
If everybody really wants to, I'm willing to go with that route.
All right. So I rolled a 22. So
Oh, yeah, nothing bad.
Well,
I
there
rolled
should-
pretty decent for me. I got
Your
an 18.
dexterity. Your dexterity determines the order of the story.
I was gonna say, what do we do on a tie?
You just
Roll
decide.
again.
Roll off.
Whichever
No,
way.
I got a 15.
Wait, who? Well, who else got a 22?
No one.
Nobody.
Oh, no.
I pick Zinthral
Okay.
next.
Okay.
Okay, Zinthral. We go to the shrine of Ironvale, where you are harnessing your key.
Yes, I am.
Because you've gone through some things in the past day, right? An emotional,
Past week, really.
a real emotional roller coaster. This infighting you've had with Bronson about who maybe alpha male isn't the right word for the group, but who's the one, who's the world champion, who's the stronger challenger of the two. So
I see Zinth as the intercontinental type champion.
oh, he's the secondary champion. Okay. Well,
If it makes you feel better, yeah.
he's had a lot to think about on his way up to the shrine. And here we go. And so just describe how Zinthral would meditate, or what's his ritual for aligning his key or whatever it is that he does.
That is a great question.
So let's consult the
So-
book of random tables and chat GPT.
Yep. Okay, so what I imagine is there something like, I don't know, somewhere he can take like a really, really just excruciatingly cold shower.
I mean, you could just jump in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
And,
enough.
like, gets butt naked and everything.
Oh my.
He takes his meditation very seriously.
Okay. So a little bit of self-punishment or...
Self-discipline, really.
Oh, okay.
Flagellation.
Sure. Yeah, to some extent. I was... Yeah. Was leaning towards that. Oh, I've got a graphic here that I can use.
Oh, it's graphic.
So he went from wearing the mask all the time to just being naked most of the time. So that's quite an upgrade for Zinth. He has discovered a new talent in the past couple days, though. He is quite the male exotic dancer. He's developing a following. Does he have a stage name at the Risky Rabbit?
Oh, yes, he does.
Oh, let's hear it.
El León.
The Leon?
El León.
El Leon. Okay. It's a little on the nose, but I like it.
That's
Okay.
what the ladies say when he dances too.
Hmm.
Mind the third leg.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Is that one also shriveled like Bannon's?
Of course. Obviously.
Okay, so you are you've taken the cleansing purge into the waters of Kafabia. You've returned to the shrine to meditate, to sit, to rest in silence, and just kind of focus your energies again. And when you do finally come back and you're present again, you notice next to you there's another monk. However, his process for harnessing his own key is much different. And here he is.
Ken from Barbie?
Well, he hasn't said that's what his name is. In fact, he hasn't said anything at all. He's just standing there with his hands in his pockets with aviator sunglasses on, and He's just kind of hanging out. You give him a quick shot, and you're like, this guy looks like an action figure or dolls. Wait, what do you call Ken? Would he be considered a doll?
Yeah, technically it's a Ken doll.
Yeah.
A Ken doll.
He's a
Okay.
Ken doll.
So he looks like a doll. But you give him a good look because he's a good looking guy. And he just gives you like a very, very low energy thumbs up. But he doesn't say a word to you.
I choose not to interact with him. I'm gonna just let him do his thing.
Yeah, he's good with that. He's just hanging out. Kind of uncomfortably close. This is a very large shrine. There's just the two of you in this building, and he's chosen to meditate uncomfortably close to where you're doing the same thing.
Okay, I might as well just ask him. Does personal space mean anything to him?
He takes. There's a long, pregnant pause. And then he just shrugs his shoulders, also very low energy. And then he reaches inside his denim coat pocket. How would you like to react?
Let him do his thing, I don't care.
Okay. He pulls out a small orange and tosses it over to you.
Ooh, nice.
It's like a clementine.
Yep, I start peeling it and I start eating it.
All right. He does the same thing. He reaches into his other pocket, pulls out another clementine, and there you are, just two monks just hanging out inside a shrine, just eating clementine oranges.
So you mind telling me your name?
Roll me insight.
Watch it be a nothing. And that was a 19, so I lied.
You rolled a 19. So you can tell
Yes, I did.
by his mannerisms that he is indeed a monk, but that he's taken a vow of silence.
Oh, okay. Understandable. So, vow of silence, you're very silent. So, can you do sign language?
He gives you a head shake no.
Well, it was great talking to you. I'm going to go back to my meditation. I see this could quite be a bit of a waste of time for the both of us.
So
but it was nice meeting you.
He puts out his hand, and he gives you a thumbs up, and then a thumbs down, and then kind of open palms.
Do we want to play a thumb war?
Roll me insight again.
Yeah, you bird roll insight this time. Jeez.
Insight. Okay, that is 12.
So you interpret that to mean that he can answer yes or no.
Alrighty. I suppose it's a yes or no thing. That's all I can do. Oh wait, you can hold up your fingers for numbers. How many years have you been a monk?
He takes a second to consider how many years, and then he puts up 5 fingers.
Nice, almost as long as me. What? Okay. Really want to ask him what he's trained under, but that'd probably be a difficult question.
He could show you.
I'm positive he could. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with this, to be honest. He's, under a vow of silence. He's going all full Destiny protagonist on me.
All right, so he takes his thumb and he points it towards the door and gives a nod in a questioning way.
Are you implying we should leave?
Gives you a thumbs up.
I should leave? Me or you? Or just
He
both of
points. He points at both of you.
okay? I'm getting the idea that you want to show me something, so okay, let's see it.
Oh, so
What is it, Lassie? What is it? Is Timmy trapped in the well?
So he waves you to come with him.
Alrighty, I'll be cautious about it, but I'm heading over.
Okay.
Not like not like I got much to do anyway.
All right. So he's just, beeline right for the exit. Not fast. Very leisurely. Hands in his pockets. The clementine is gone. It's very, very sweet clementine.
Hey, homie, you got another one?
He stops, reaches in his pocket, he pulls out a small sack that's got a pirate on the front of it, and he hands it to you.
What's this?
You read it. It says booty oats on it.
It's a granola bar, right?
It's granola, yeah.
All right. I wanted a clementine, but this'll do.
He puts out his fist to dab you up. Do you reciprocate?
I'm gonna dab him up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna dab him up.
All right. So he waves you to follow him again.
All right. Again, I follow cautiously. Like, he seems pretty chill, I know he was chill like that, but, still be cautious and all.
Okay. So you continue to follow him outside of the shrine. He starts walking the path back towards Ironvale. Not a care in the world, right? Just very low-key, very casual. But definitely headed back towards town.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Glasses for now on.
So he doesn't even turn around, just gives you a low effort thumbs up,
Nice.
so that you can see it. But he doesn't really care about your reaction.
Cool. Very nonchalant, very chill.
Yep. So you follow him, and now you're approaching the city gate, which not really a gate, more of an archway to the city. There are city guards up on top of the wall, just like you had seen earlier inside the courtyard of Ironvale. But the gates are open for commerce. It's the middle of the day, and you feel great. This is the best you've felt in a while. Maybe it was the orange, maybe it's the booty oats. But all the things that have been troubling you seem to kind of have slipped away. So whatever you want to attribute that to is up to you. But
Definitely the cold shower.
it was definitely the cold shower. Got it. Okay.
Opens up the pores,
Yes, it does. Okay, so back in town, let's hop over to do we want to go to Solomon or Gator?
Do it, Solomon.
I rolled an 18. So
Do
I
it,
think
Solomon.
I'm probably after Zinthral.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Well, Solomon, remind us what you wanted to do all day. If I remember correctly, you had a goal of training Snugglecup to do some tricks.
It's time to crack the whip and get this young boy trained before he becomes a big boy.
Okay, so just to put that in perspective, this is a fleece mane lion, which you estimated to be around 4 months old when he was adopted by you. That was maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago now, so he's put on some weight since then, and Solomon, as a gnome bard, is maybe about the same size and weight as Snugglecup is at this point. Where
But
do you
he's
just...
gonna respect me.
Now's a good time to assert your dominance, right? Where have you decided that this training will take place?
I think, for lack of a better option, I've got a room at the Risky Rabbit.
That's right.
Like we used for the night. And I'll just stay in here for the day. I'll leave him there. I'll run down to the kitchen. You got any meatballs?
You'd like to ask the chef for meatballs.
Yeah, if you got them, or like deli meats, or anything like quick and offhand, like small treats.
So there is a chef. That term is used very loosely. Oh, wait a minute.
Every term is used loosely here.
My dear chef, I do not throw that term around loosely. You, sir, I'm sure, are the pièce de résistance of everyone here within Territory 2, especially Ironvale on the whole. I'm sure a chef of your renown has got meatballs.
Let's play a little Risky Rabbit music. So the chef is a little twitchy, is probably the best word to use for him. He's tall and skinny. He has short red hair and some short red facial hair. I don't have a graphic, by the way, so this is all improv on the spot. Did not anticipate you meeting the cook. But he says, you want meatballs. What kind of meat? Does it matter what kind of meat?
Not at all.
Oh, perfect. I've got just what you're looking for.
Fantastic.
So he jumps into a closet. You hear pots and pans crashing. He sticks his head out to see if you're still there. Then he goes back in there again, roots around. You hear him shout something in a language you don't recognize. And then he comes back out with something that's wrapped in brown paper and dripping blood. Meatballs!
That looks like exactly what I need, as is. Can I just take that off your hands?
Just uncooked.
I mean, absolutely. I like it rare.
Perfect. But make me a promise. We never had this transaction. Yes? No?
Fair. Absolutely fair.
Great. So here, take this and don't come back.
Great. Before I leave the kitchen, I just want to look in the parcel, make sure nothing's still squirming around.
Oh, no, it looks relatively fresh. It is a red meat of some sort. As you're inspecting, are you inspecting the package in front of the cook?
I really just want to make sure it's not something that's still alive, and I'm good to go.
Oh no, it's a hunk of some type of meat. If you would, do you want to roll nature to try to determine the species of meat, or you'd rather not know?
I really don't care. Thank you. I need to. Well, I mean.
So he is wide-eyed and scratching his neck with one of his hands.
I'll go ahead and inspect the meat just to make sure, because I specifically don't want to feed him treats that are made of people so that he doesn't specifically develop a taste for eating people. So maybe I should.
Well, not people. It's not people.
It's not people?
No, it's not people.
It's not toxic?
It's a single person.
It's no, not toxic. It's very edible, right? Yes. No, it's great. He'll love it. Wait, were you feeding this to? Who are you feeding this to? Who's it for? Are you eating this?
I'm training a performance animal. As you can tell by my fine attire, I'm part of a traveling show.
It's not that kind of whorehouse, buddy.
What species? may I ask, which species of animal are you feeding this to?
It's feline.
Feline. You wanna go into more detail about that?
I mean, it's a professional performance feline that I am working on training and could use some treats for. Is this a decent feline treat that is not going to make it want to eat people?
It is the
Or
best
poison?
feline treat that you can get in my kitchen right now. He will love it. Of all the feline treats that I've ever made, this is the most recent one.
All right, insight check. This guy could have just given me some meatballs, let me walk out of here, but no. I'm gonna give him the read down and reach my hand into one pocket just in case, because there's a sock in that pocket. And I say, look, man, you gotta be straight with me at this point. You're being too shady. I'm willing to go with some shady shit, but we're talking about the life of an animal here, so you gotta come clean.
Okay. You should not eat that meat. It is only designed for animals. It is animal meat. Don't eat it.
So not reassuring.
Fireball.
Can I get an insight check on this guy?
What are you trying to determine?
If it's okay that I give this to Snuggle Cup?
Define okay.
It's not people or I just want to know if he's lying to me.
Well, he said it wasn't people, but you're not so sure you believe him.
May I interject here for a quick sec?
Sure.
Do you wanna check his pinky nails for me real quick?
Uh-oh.
Check his pinky nails.
What are you checking for?
What am I checking for?
Are they long and are they powdery?
Oh yeah, all of his fingernails are longer than they should be.
So this guy is a drug addict who's trying to get offload some people on me. All right, what kind of people?
It's not people. It's not people. It's meat.
All right, I've had enough of you. I slipped my hand into the sock.
Now you gotta deal with the commissioner.
You don't want to deal with me, little man. All right, then you're gonna have to deal with the commissioner. I pull the sock out of my pocket.
So you've got the sock, the commissioner's sock on your left hand. It is a bright red sock with angry eyebrows and eyes. And then you've got this bleeding package in your right hand. Am I understanding that correctly?
Don't let the sock eat the meat.
Well, I'm gonna put the sack down on the table, out in the open too.
Okay.
And I hold it, and then when I pull up the sack, and it starts doing its crazy gibberish shit.
Yeah, it is hissing and spitting, and it is. The chef is freaking out. Right.
I take my now bloody hand that was holding the package and I grab my other wrist like I'm holding it back from him. And I'll be like, you better start talking, buddy. The commissioner's been let out of the bag, all right? He's very particular about what he eats. And you better be straight with me about what it is that you're feeding him.
Roll intimidation.
A +2 bonus. That was a really good roll. On Intimidate. That's 24.
24. Okay, so he's visibly shaken by this, questioning reality at this point.
Tell me
And
what the meat is, man.
he said,
Tell me what
okay,
the meat is.
just put the sock away, man. I'll tell you. It's not people. It's person. There's a distinction there. You never mix meat from multiple animals at the same time.
All right, which person are we talking about here? The commissioner doesn't like eating certain types of people.
I don't know. There's so many.
So you're just trafficking person meat?
No, you find the meat and then you use it.
Is that what you're serving in this here establishment?
Well, to lions or to performance felines.
I never said it was a lion.
No, feline, a performance feline.
I don't know. I'm just thinking
This is a
maybe
killer.
at this point the commissioner might be more interested
No,
in eating you, my friend.
no more, no more sock.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time holding him back. I might not be able to get him in. I slip my hand off and lunge towards him with my sock hand.
So what do you want? What do you want from me, man? Don't hurt me.
What's your story? Are you just murdering people so
Fine,
that you can
fine.
put them in fridges?
There was a fight yesterday. Yeah,
It was a great big brawl.
Yeah. It's somebody died. Somebody died. And we took care of.
Who was he with? Who were they with?
I don't know. I don't know.
If this is a hard way steak, we absolutely should feed it.
You got scrap meat, but you don't got any other aspects of the deceased's accoutrement?
They just deliver the resources, and I take care of them. By the way, do not eat the chili.
All right. Are you serving the chili only to the customers of this establishment? Or?
No, not to the customers. No.
All right. Just to the staff then?
No, not to the staff. Just to the town in general, but never to the customers.
This is the world's worst soup kitchen.
Who was the... I'm like... All right, you know what? I'm going to take the commissioner and this sack of meat off your hands for you, all right? You just chillax. I think let me take care of this, all right? And I pretend to forcefully force the commissioner back into my pocket, and then pull out my hand.
If he likes what I gave you, come back for more. We've got lots.
Right. You know what? I will keep that in mind. I'll take the bloody bag. I really wanted to spend the day trading Snuggle Cup, and I just wanted some meatballs.
Going on.
Now I got this whole other problem. So in the common good and our relationship with Mistress Wolf, as this is the cook in the Risky Rabbit, for the god's sake. Who is it that's in charge of the Area 2 place? Did we catch his name?
Yeah. Hold on. Arturo.
No.
He's the grandpa.
No, that's Rapplebee's.
Yeah, hold on.
The war. Roll history.
History.
Is it Armand?
Oh, that's pretty decent again. 18.
So you remember distinctly, Arturo told you yesterday the warden's name is Toyga.
Is he like a Toyga?
No, I mean the guy who's running this branch of the Risky Rabbit.
Oh,
yeah. Who's in charge of this Risky Rabbit?
That was Ambrose.
Your boyfriend.
Ambrose,
the mustache.
Yeah, I need to go find Ambrose. I gotta track him down.
Okay. Enjoy your stay at the Risky Rabbit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you enjoy the business that you conduct. I'll catch you around dinner time, I guess. Have a good one.
Okay. So just
yeah.
as you go to exit the kitchen, there is Ambrose. It's standing in the hallway. You're not sure how much of that he heard, but his mustache and mullet look fantastic.
Yeah.
It is. It almost appears as if wind is blowing through his hair in the hallway of the Risky Rabbit, but that couldn't be possible.
And so you look left and see Zinth just blowing into his hair.
Oh, Ambrose. I'm happy that I caught you here straight off the bat. I don't know if you heard much of that conversation that just took place. I don't know how long you've been standing here, but take a couple steps down the hall with me real quick.
Okay. Anything for a tiny virile friend.
That's disturbing. But either way, are you aware of the fact that your head chef is trafficking human meat and serving it to the greater populace of your fine city here?
Oh, we don't have a chef. Don't eat any food. Don't eat any food from a whorehouse, okay?
So who's the guy in the kitchen making chili?
What guy?
Roll initiative.
I go back and open the door into the kitchen again.
Okay, so you go back into the kitchen, and there's a mess in the kitchen, but the closet door is closed. There is a second door, which looks like it leads outside the building.
All right. You know what? We're going to make this work in our favor. I'm going to go back to the room. I'm going to retrieve Snuggle Cup. And
Okay.
we're going to start working on our next trick that
Okay.
we're going to learn. And that's going to be track.
Okay, sure. So you go get
I'm
Snuggle
gonna
Cup.
bring him to the kitchen. And we're going to get the scent, all right, Snug?
All right, roll animal handling.
Advantage because you have meat.
That would be with disadvantage, actually.
12.
12. So it does not. It appears that he's actually quite distracted by the bloody package of meat that's close to you. Snuggle is licking his chops and appears ready for his meat steak.
Time for num-nums.
All right, well, you're going to have to do something new for me. So if you won't track under these conditions, if I offer you the meat, maybe you'll sit.
Okay. Give me animal handling with advantage.
Okay. That is a 16.
Okay, sure. So we will say that Snuggle Cup has learned the trick sit.
Oh, thank goodness. All right. Well, if you do not actually serve food in this establishment, Stash, then I recommend you lock this back door.
Oh, of course. The door is always locked.
No, as you can see, it's not. It's open.
Sure. He closes the door, locks it up, and he says, "Let's go have a drink." What do you say? Wait, what is does Snuggle Cup drink?
Snuggle Cup drinks water. He's we've got some more work to do, and I'm afraid this has been a terrible distraction. We're trying to stay focused. We're kind of have a greater mission in life. than all of this, and you know, ultimately just kind of feels like gross negligence to me, and I may have to have a word with Mistress Wolf about her District 2 facility and the fact that random cannibals are cooking food in your kitchen.
I like you. You are fun. You
Great.
You use
Hey.
big words.
You have a good rest of your night, Stash. Come on, Snuggle Cup. We're going back to the room.
so
take the
as you
People
live
meet.
as you're leaving, he gives this sort of he puckers his lips and blows a kiss in a way that his mustache wriggles like a caterpillar, and it makes you feel something. And then you leave.
Yeah, a little nauseated, I think. Maybe I leave out the front door. I slap the bloody package of people meat into Mustache's hands as I walk out, and I take Snuggle Cup with me over to Knoll Foods. I'm gonna try to get him some snacks.
All right, well, roll animal handling because Snugglecup really wants that meat.
All right, come on, Snug. This is the one we know how to do. Yeah. And it's only when I try to work with Snug that my dice just turn on me. Yeah. 10 total?
10. So Snugglecup, Snug does not want to go with you. Really wants that meat, and there Ambrose is just holding it, but it's dripping blood, and he's like, "Oh, that is icky." So he just kind of drops it on the ground, and Snug is just licking chops, and takes one big paw forward towards the meat. How do you react?
I'm just gonna let him clean it up off the floor at this point. I don't want to get in his way. He's gonna still be hungry afterwards. It's a one-time incident, all right? We're not gonna make a habit. This is not the bingo treat, all right? We're gonna go find you some nice cuts of steak or pork or something. Maybe I can get you a whole rabbit. You liked it the last time I found those for you. So you take this now, and then you come.
So Snug pounces on the meat, which startles Ambrose. He takes a step back, and Snugglecup starts to tear into this thing. Ambrose is just watching, and you can see with 2 fingers of his left hand, he's rubbing his nipple at the same time. And Snugglecup is loving this, has a real taste for this, whatever kind of meat this is, loves it. Consumes it quickly and then licks the wood beams on the floor until there's no more evidence of it ever having been there. And Ambrose is just exhilarated by witnessing this whole thing, and he's just like, I want to see that again.
Hey, Ambrose, I have a suggestion of something that you should see.
Oh, let's hear it. I like to party.
Yeah, I suggest that you go see, like the inland, see the inner coast on the far side coast of District 2. Far to the west of here. I recommend you go walk to that other coast. And I'm going to cast suggestion on him.
Okay. Remind us how that works.
Essentially, I'm going to suggest him do a course of action as long as it's not like...
As long as it's not dangerous, right?
Yeah, as long as I don't...
I'm in a threatened space.
Yeah, as long as I don't tell him to stab himself or jump into a pit or something like that.
So,
just telling him to go for a walk and I can hold concentration for 8 hours.
Okay. So the way you're wording this is walk west until you reach the coast.
Yeah.
But
8 hours happens.
But he will only do that for as long as he can before it becomes dangerous, correct?
Sure. You can take the road. Why don't you just take the road out of town and take a nice 8-hour walk as far away from town as possible?
All right, you see him crunching the numbers in his head, and he licks his lips and says to you, "You know what? I'm gonna go for a walk." And
Fantastic.
so you see him. He walks by you, and he seems semi-aroused. But I'm sure this walk will help him, calm down.
Yeah.
And
Or at the very least, use up his time for the next 16 hours.
That's right. So he does exit the building, and then there you are with Snugglecup.
All right, we're going to Knoll Foods. We're going to get some nice beef or pork or poultry meatballs so that we can get to some serious training.
Okay. Tell me about what tricks you want Snugglecup to learn over this time period.
I've got a day.
Sure, just run them off. Tell me what they are. I'll tell you yes or no.
Murder.
I'm hoping that murder will just come instinctually when the time is right. I would like sit and stay
Okay.
are kind of my big ones.
Okay.
I want him to stay.
Teach him no.
specifically.
No. No.
That comes with all other training. There is
Okay.
good boy and
So-
no.
And anything else?
If I could, could I teach him to pounce on something?
Well, if you teach him to attack, then he will open himself up to being attacked as well. So that's the trade-off.
If I tell him to attack.
If you want him to be a combat pet, then he runs the risk of taking damage and possibly
He's
not
there
surviving.
yet.
Okay, so
not
He's a
there yet.
mascot. He's basically merchandise. He can't fight.
Then maybe I'll teach him a fetch if I can get a
Perfect.
third one.
Okay, so we will say during this process, you get the snacks, you teach him come, sit, stay, no, and fetch.
Great.
Perfect.
That's that
Great.
hard
That's
way,
the
guy.
working basis.
Perfect. So that'll take you quite a while and a good portion of meatball snacks to teach those things. So during that training montage, we're going to cut over to Gator. And Gator, remind us of what your side quest is during this mission. Are you roaming town? Are you going to speak to your friend Art Vandelay? Are you going back? Well, actually, you can't go back to Colville in the middle of the day. You can only go at night. So where does Gator go?
Oh yeah, I'm not leaving town on my own. That's for damn sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I should probably go rendezvous with the Art Vandalay.
Okay, so you're going back to the Grapplebees?
Grapple V's, yeah.
Okay. Let me change the image there. That whole...
Why'd you put the emphasis on the bees part of Grapple Bees?
Grapplebees?
Grapple Bees.
That's the best part, right? Okay, we'll head back to the
Precisely.
Grapplebees. And as you walk in, there is music. There's live music being played. And your good friend, Art Vandelay, also known as Bret Harth, he notices you immediately. And sees the eagerness in your face, and he comes up to approach you, and puts out an open palm, offering a handshake.
Oh yeah, we do the handshake.
And it's a secret handshake, one only utilized by members of the Hearth Foundation. So tell us a little bit about how that handshake goes.
Oh, I don't know. So there's It's probably like, a couple of pumps and then, a turnaround wrist grab and then a reverse high five.
Then a kid in play, and
a little whoop. There it is.
Yeah, that's right. And he says, "So, what name are you going by today?"
Not so loud. It's Gator right now.
Gator. Right. Let's go somewhere more private. What do you say?
Sure.
Okay. So ushers you back to his private office, which just in the back of the house, right? And offers you a seat next to his modest desk. There's a safe in the room as well as there's some motivational posters on the wall drawn, ink drawn on linen. And he says, "Look, Gator, if that's your real name, I want to thank you for your continued service to the Foundation. We appreciate all the updates you've been giving us along the way. Because of members like you, this organization has grown in size and has really been able to get inside of the kingdom and the capital. We're making some great progress. And I want you to know that I took care of that thing that you asked me to do. I took care of it exactly as you wished. We never need to speak about it again. Consider it done."
Even better. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Perfect. Neither do I.
The way it should be. Yes.
So, Gator, you've done such a great job cultivating these two challengers for the King's Road, better than even I could have expected. So, congratulations on that. I mean, Bronson and Zinthral, both of them, just bring a unique skill set to the table. They seem like real contenders in this competition this year.
Well, it hasn't been easy being the glue that holds this group together, but someone's got to do it.
Ain't that the truth? We all play our role. I don't want to be the manager at some seedy little restaurant with badly played music and greasy chicken tenders. I want to be doing something bigger, but this is where I can be most helpful. So stay on the road, keep doing what you're doing. And what can I do to help you in this mission?
Oh boy. Well, we I don't know if it's maybe out of your jurisdiction, but we kind of got some real bad negative press going against us throughout the territories, from what I understand. Could you maybe go into further detail from what we talked about earlier? Have you heard anything specific about me? And I look real concerned.
Oh no, say less. Say less. That's already been taken care of. The young lions are no longer suspects in any arsons, any murders, or any criminal activity. It's the blunderbuss gang. Here, let me show you something. And he reaches over towards the side of his desk and he pulls out a printing and shows it to you. And it is a wanted poster with the blunderbuss gang on there. Wanted for arson, murder, corruption, and treason. He says, there are your enemies. There are your criminals. You have nothing to worry about.
Well, that is good to hear. And I will mention, it hasn't been easy. I'm just mostly worried that maybe some of my former military detractors might still be after me for the thing with the Admiral and the whole embarrassment at the ceremony, and just looking out for me, I guess.
No, I don't think you need to worry about that.
All right.
In fact, the reason I say that is because I've heard some news, some grim rumors from the capital about dark times coming around, about bodies showing up in the water, about a strange illness spreading among the people there. They have bigger problems on their hand than worrying about some naval mischief. So until that gets sorted out, you seem like the least of their worries.
Well, that's good, because last I checked, I was not supposed to be piloting any watercrafts, and I definitely piloted a watercraft.
Gator,
Taking full credit, not even mentioning Rosa.
Just between you and me, what watercraft are we talking about?
Was I supposed to know the name? I didn't have the license or anything.
And where's this boat now?
That was many moons ago. I don't remember.
Well, doesn't really seem important, but I'll keep an eye open for that. If that seems to resurface, then I'll bring that to your attention. But there are a lot of issues in the kingdom right now, and that does not seem like a priority. So I think you're in the clear for now.
All right. Doesn't sound like we have any trouble we need to worry about currently.
No, but I do have another bit of information for one of your friends.
Okay.
I've been in contact with another friend of the organization, Mistress Wolf. You may have heard of her.
Indeed.
And she has a message for Rosa. And she just wants her to remember why her mother sent her to the rabbit to begin with. She's there to help the less fortunate and to give them a path to a better life. And when you finally return to Territory 3, her mother has requested that Rosa return to her. So if you could pass that message along. Rosa's mother is also a friend of the organization.
Gator's nodding the whole time, knowing he should be writing some of this down. But he doesn't. But he says yes anyway.
Okay, sure.
He remembers that one thing he's going to try to remember is Territory 3. That sounded important.
So, what other business do we have at this time?
Well, I'm wondering, is there any information you could maybe give me that I could relate to our champions as a heads up when they go to challenge?
Yes.
In this territory?
As a matter of fact, let me tell you all about the gym in this town, how the badge is won. So,
okay.
Unlike every other town, there is no gym leader. There are no individual tests. There is no skill test. What they run here is called the Crucible. It is a mass battle held underground. And basically, you just fight until the warden is content. And then he decides who's deserving of the badge based on how that mass battle went on. So there are no rules. It is just keep fighting and impress the warden. So here's the catch. He's always got some sort of stipulation. It all just depends on his mood. So I can't tell you exactly what he's going to request. He may take one look at Bronson and completely change his mind and do something that suits his skills. He may look at Zinthral and pick something more focused on his abilities. You know, it really just depends on the weather that day. So once you meet the warden, you'll understand exactly what I mean. Very temperamental guy. You should meet with him as soon as possible.
Yes, I agree. We shouldn't stick around too long.
So that's all I have for you right now. Enjoy some unlimited appetizers on the house, of course, or if you've got any other business around town that I can assist you with, please let me know. But if that's it for today, I've got some work I need to do. I need to actually pretend like I'm keeping myself busy here, or people are going to start asking questions.
Question, is beer an appetizer?
Is beer an appetizer? Believe we have a couple appetizer beers behind the bar. I'll have my girl send one over to you.
He like disappears in a cloud and is at the bar.
Okay. So, what else would Gator like to accomplish before meeting back up with the rest of the party?
Probably getting sick to his stomach on chicken wings.
Okay. Yeah, so you can eat yourself stupid of the largest chicken wings, jumbo chicken wings, the most delicious and succulent chicken wings that you've had in maybe your entire life.
Oh, they're so good.
It is. They are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be in terms of the chicken wing game.
Yes.
Gator's like, my compliments to the chef, and then this like really twitchy guy with long fingernails is like, yeah, chicken, that's it.
No. No.
Okay. So as we are reconvening around, let's fade out the music there. Okay, let's play some town music. No, not that. There we go.
Rocktown.
In the city of Ironvale, you reconvene. You meet in front of the warden's mansion, for lack of a better word. And just to remind everybody the layout of the town, we'll hop right over. Let's see, did it work?
Looks like it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, but all these people aren't here.
Yeah, we still got all the people here.
Yeah, they're pretend like they're not here.
I always do.
So they are not here. The warden's mansion is up here. So you can seek an audience with the warden at this time. There are a couple guards in front, as well as a guard captain, as you see here. The big guard captain. And the five of you and Snugglecup meet at sundown in front of the mansion. How would you greet each other?
So, has everybody showed up with the same people that we were hanging out with? Like, is the Silent Monk with Zinthral and is Bannon here with me?
Yes.
So, I look over at the Silent Monk, and I kind of eye him up, and then kind of think for a second, and I'm like, Grady.
So he puts out a limp wrist and tries to dab up with the loosest fist bump you've ever seen.
Yeah, I give him the little half fist bump.
There you go.
Back.
Yep.
I haven't seen you in forever, man. I heard you were in town, along with Orin and Maris.
Nods.
I want to gather you guys up and maybe talk to you guys later on. Don't leave town before checking in with me.
Yep, gives you a thumbs up.
And then I look over at Zinth. I was like, "Oh man, you met Grady."
Yep, pretty chill dude.
Although Zinthral never learned his name though.
Right. This is my cousin Grady.
Oh, you mean glasses?
You call whatever you want. He won't respond.
Yeah, and I give glasses a fist bump.
Nice. Yeah, he'll return. He'll return the bump to you.
Solomon comes running up and goes, "Hey guys, watch this!" And I say, "Snuggle Cup, fetch!" And I throw like the broken leg of a chair down the street.
Yep, and there goes Snuggle Cup just, bumping along
Sweet.
I mean, he's still a baby, right? Feet way too big for the rest of his body. Just bumping around, happy to come back with the table leg or whatever it was he threw. And Bannon is very impressed.
Is it juice time? Can we juice him?
And then Bannon...
Almost. I'm a little worried about how he'll react to being unfamiliar with a much larger sized body all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I think we're getting close.
A little bit.
So Bannon mentions, is now a good time to go and meet with the warden?
Young Lions, this is Bannon. Bannon has an in with the warden. He can get us an audience. So I figured that Zinth and I at least would want to go get some FaceTime, and Solomon as our ringleader, for lack of a better term, of this circus. I'm sure you'll welcome
representation. All right, yeah, let's get our audience. That's pretty nice.
So Bannon goes up to the guards, and he comes in close. He says something to them that only they can hear. They step aside, and then he goes up to the guard captain and says something to him. He slips the guard captain one of those little burlap sacks with the pirate on the front of it. And the captain slides it into his pocket as well. And then Bannon looks at you guys and he waves you up the steps. Says, "Come on out, come on."
Yep, let's go.
Yep.
Is everybody coming along?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go. Just
All
my
retinue.
pre-assumption was that it was just the champion were allowed in. So yeah, if everybody's going, I'll go.
So before we get in, I'll look down at Rosa. I'll be like, "Are you getting any more bad vibes? Do we need to consult the bones?"
Let's see. I think it was once per long rest.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've already used it.
Okay.
Good question, then.
Yep. Just want to make sure that you're not getting any like sudden flashes of our fitting ends coming at us from terrible, terrible places.
Ain't nobody fitting nothing into my end here.
So
Is that not what you're talking about?
So Bannon stays at the door with the guard captain, and
Can I get a quick insight, just to make sure we're not getting
Sure.
Wedding.
royally
Yeah.
screwed over here?
Go ahead.
That's a 14.
Okay. And what are you trying to learn from this insight check?
I mean, I'm just trying to make sure that this isn't like whisper, whisper, cut their heads off, whisper, whisper. Like nobody
It's a
is.
trap.
Yeah, no one is setting up a trap for us.
Well, you can't prove that it's not a trap.
Mm. So we're a little bit on edge.
Well,
Okay.
you are for sure.
Right. It's like I've been looking for a reason to distrust Bannon.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm scrutinizing all of his actions, and so far he's just been a really good guy.
Snugglecup really likes the cane that Bannon's using, so he's really eyeing that up after learning how to grab that table leg. He's looking to fetch that cane.
I look at Snuggle Cup, I'm like, maybe. Just hold on.
Look, we'll keep that in mind if necessary. He does know how to fetch a stick.
All right, so are we ready to meet the warden?
Let's
Yep.
do it.
Okay, here we go. Here's our warden.
Is
And
it Corey Feldman?
so you enter inside this very finely decorated building with wood trim everywhere, molding around, crown molding at the top of each one of these buildings. Lots of natural light coming through windows. You can see the sunset over the mountains in the distance, and a finely dressed man standing by what looks like an oversized desk made of some type of rare polished wood, and his entire look is very polished and finely crafted. He's a man that appears to be a big fan of himself. He's the type of guy that would wear 2 popped collars, and he seems to be perfectly okay being unaccompanied, just in his own presence. And as you approach, he says, "Good day, mates. What can I do you for?"
Badge now.
That's a little bit forward now, Zinth.
Oh no, that was out of character.
Good evening, sir. We're here to discuss opportunities to display the skills of our champs here for the warden to earn Territory 2 badges.
All righto then. You lot reckon you got what it takes to earn a badge, do ya? You want the Ripper? Well, let me tell you straight. It ain't no walkabout in the bush. Not everybody is cut out for the road. I tell you that much. So which one of yous is it going to be?
Oh, well, it's gonna be
Come on, Bronson.
these two.
Both of us.
The both of you blokes. Okay, yeah. Fair dinkum, mate. You look keen as a bean to prove yourselves. So here's the dinky dee. To earn a badge in this town, you got to hit the local tavern and sink a few cold ones. Then when you're good and merry, you go on, and you got on the piss, you head down to the underground and show us what you got in a fair dinkum brawl. It's a
What the
real
hell did you
Barney,
just
mate.
say?
Say that again?
What the hell did you just say at all? Can you just reiterate that? With just,
I look
comprehensively?
down at Zinthral and I say, we have to go get drunk, and then we have to go to an open air fighting pit.
Okay, gotcha. I speak normal, so it's a bit, difficult for me.
Oh,
I've been through here before. Do I know
Don't
my
worry, I
way
watched
to this
Bluey.
underground?
roll history.
Come on. Yeah, dirty 20.
Yeah, so you've seen it once before, and there's a long spiral staircase that goes underground into a very seedy looking fighting pit that is not lit very well, would not pass OSHA standards by any means. You do not have fond memories of the last time you were here. It seems like the rules are just made up as they go along, and it's a real wild card situation.
Whose fight is it anyway?
And you'll be there this evening then for some official determinations?
Well, not so fast. You don't mind. I don't mind giving you a fair go, but there's a long wait list ahead of you before you can compete. Fairness and all, you reckon? You have to wait your turn just like everyone else.
Can I speak to him?
In a brawl? As long as everybody shows up, everybody's brawling.
Yeah, so you want to speak to him? Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen. Maybe you've heard of us, maybe not. But this is Bronson. I'm Zinthral. We are up and coming. We're badasses. We are just dying to get in there and give everyone a performance. I mean, every single time we just steal the show. Come on. You can't just bend the rules a little bit just for us. I mean, we would bring in a lot of money for you.
Roll persuasion.
What kind of wait list are we talking here? Is there like a take a number situation?
Are you saying
Natural
that?
20, natural 20, natural 20.
You rolled a 20?
Natural 20.
He says, look, I like yous, but I can't be showing yous preferred treatment, if you know what I mean. The others wouldn't take kindly to it. But if you could do a little bit of dirty work for me, it's quite possible that we could expedite the wait list and move you to the top of that list.
What kind of dirty work are we talking about?
I mean, wait, before we even get into that, what is the wait time? Like, if it's not unreasonable, like, why dirty our hands?
All right, what's the wait time?
Oh, it's not a long time, mates. It's only 4 to 5 weeks.
Ugh.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
We ain't got that. All right, what's
and
dirty work?
the dirty work?
Yeah.
Hold on, I lost it.
Rosa, earmuffs.
No. Take a page out of your book, Pete.
No.
I'm going to tell you a story. Have a sight. This is going to take a while.
Oh, God.
All right. An hour from now.
1 hour later.
It's a funny story. I was in bed sleeping this morning, and me missus comes in and says, "Oh, there's a bit of worry down in the bezies." And I said, "Oi, good day to you too." And then she goes on about somebody died, and I jump out of bed, and all I had on was me undies, and I walked out to the outside, and I said, "Oh, what are you doing, mates? Look, you can't just be going around starting trouble." And this Hardway guy goes, "Don't be a hero, mate." And I says, "I'm not trying to be a hero, but the Capitol Guards are coming." And then they just decided they would scoot up the road. And I just said, yeah, it's not going to be going on like that, mate. So I jump in action, and I started chasing him up the road. And he went down a side street, and then the guards were coming, and I flashed them and sent them in that direction. But, mate, all I had on was me jocks, and I was chasing him up the street. Just look at the mess. Look beyond the mess. Oh, well, like, words can't explain how it is, mate. It's like you look after your mates, and your mates look after you. So the end of the story here is go find the drongos that killed that guy in the market and handle them, and I'll put yous in the crucible. Now, how does that sound?
They're Hardway, you said.
Yes. You know,
All right.
you've heard of them.
Who did they kill?
Some bloke in the markets.
Big dude?
No,
Oh,
small
okay.
guy.
Not Harvey.
All right, and so, what kind of dealing with are we talking about? Are we turning them over to the authorities? Is this a case that can be won? Are you familiar with this Hardway organization and the political power that they have behind them?
Well, I can't say, mate, but dead or alive, I reckon. They commit murder. Dead or alive, no questions asked.
Can we get that in writing?
I can write it in 3 different languages.
That would be super. Just in case the city guard comes up at the wrong time.
Oh, well, don't worry about the city guards. As a matter of fact, let me give you.
We always have to worry about the city guards.
I will give you a pass. This here card has me name on it. You just show this to the city guards, and they won't give you any trouble now.
official business of the warden, after all.
That's
Awesome.
right. That's right. So, the local fighter who died goes by the name Paulie Craig. And the bloke who killed him goes by the name Tricky Dicky. You can find him at the grapple base. He's always hungry. He always goes about going, Dicky hungry. He's about yay high and about yay wide and wears a hardwide jacket. You can't miss him. And when he says yay high and yay wide, he only reaches up about 4 feet and he stretches his arms out about 4 feet wide.
Weird.
He says, "No. Now, what do you say?"
I say, your accent is contagious there, friend. That sounds like a pretty good deal, if I do say so myself. We are not fans of the Hideaway organization. Just as long as we carry the assurances of the warden of the territory that legal repercussions are not a matter on our side, then I think you got yourself a deal.
He says, "Great. Can I get your names to put in this here book of mine?"
We're the Young Lions.
Your names.
Just the champions or everybody involved?
Just the champions.
Well, I already said their name, so.
Bronson
If-
Celtigar.
All right. And the other?
Just Zinthral. I hope he puts
Just
Just is his
Is
first
that-
name.
is that Zin?
Yep.
Zin is the first name, and Thrall is the last name.
Yep, that's the one.
Perfect, fair dinkum. Well, my name is Toyga, like the cat, and you can see.
Not how I wrote it down. Uh,
Wait, so you're saying your name isn't Toyga, it's Tiger?
My name is Toyga.
Yeah, Tiger.
Toyga.
Tiger.
Big fan of the big cats.
Yeah. Like Tony the Tiger.
Who's that?
Tiger.
Don't reckon the name. It's your cat's name is Tony.
No, this little guy is
He's a lion.
Snugglecup.
Ah,
Snugglecup Face Ripper.
ah.
And he's a lion, obviously.
He is a beaut.
It's a rare breed, a fleece mane lion. In fact, if you
How much you want for him?
Nope.
Nope, no. Not for sale.
Oh, everything's for sale, mate.
250,000 platinum.
He's got
Yeah,
jokes.
Them.
Come up with that cash, and we can start negotiating.
All right.
He's got sentimental value.
We'll see if I can persuade you differently later.
There is nothing more valuable than this creature, sir. We are the Young Lions, after all. We are heavily branded. It'd be like selling you our entire brand. All right, and I'm sure you understand that.
Well, let me have another pitch for you then. How about you change your names to the Young Tigers? How does that sound?
How about
we
I
already
backhand
got-
you?
We already got some sponsorship issues that
We got lots of sponsors already, and honestly, accepting sponsorship from the warden who's going to be distributing badges to our two champions feels like a breach of protocol in this instance to a level greater than we were discussing previously. So how about we just take care of your hideaway jerk, and you can get us into the next bout.
Oh, I was just taking a piss anyway. Go ahead and go kill that guy.
This accent is so all over the place.
If you need to take a piss, you should head on to the restroom. I'm sure that that'll take care of your needs. Come on, guys. We know what we got to do.
Yeah. Australian accent's hard, man.
I don't like this tiger guy.
Toiga.
Tiger.
Yeah, no, I don't trust a man that holds in his pee. It causes erectile dysfunction.
So
wait a second. Say no.
As we're leaving, I want to talk to Solomon and say,
yeah, nah.
you know,
No.
operating under the umbrella of the warden might free us up to burn Gobby Lobby to the ground without any repercussions, thus fulfilling a sponsorship requirement and also keeping us out of the clink.
All right. Either way, we should probably have a private team discussion.
Right.
Before, just to make sure that everybody touch base. I had a very interesting day with Snuggle Cup. I'm interested to hear if any of you guys learned any information about town and whatnot. Yeah, let's just touch base real quick, and then we'll consider our options here. Cause yeah, there's potentially a few things we could get away with this official deal here.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so what's the plan?
Private room at the Risky Rabbit.
Yep.
Okay, so you scoot over to the Risky Rabbit. Risky Rabbit.
I sure hope it ain't Rusty.
So it is noticeably missing any management, also missing any food service, but still very much in business. And as you enter, you are greeted by two faces actually three faces. The first of which being the blonde-haired aviator glass man known as Grady, and then his two cousins who go by the name the Young Celts. And here they are, Oren and Maris. And as you walk in, you see that they are both warming up, pretending like they're about to kick something. One of them has a spare arm coming out of his hip. I can't explain that.
Whoa.
I was just about to ask him about that. I'd be like, "Sir, what is this hand hanging from your belt?"
That is
the murder.
That's Grady's arm. Grady is standing behind him. You just can't see it.
All right.
Just leaned up trying to dab people with that limp wrist. Oh, God. Young Celts.
And he says, Celtigar party!
And they super kick me.
And they go full Jersey Shore on you at this point. They are fist pumping wait, we got music for this. The Risky Rat. Not really fist pumping music, but they are very excited to see their long lost cousin Bronson. They are inebriated, and Grady is very chill. And there are other ladies of the night in their company. Does anybody want to interact with anybody in the room before heading back to your joint room?
Yeah, I want to grab a booth with the cousins.
So there's not really booths here, as much as there are tables and a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can kind of pull up into the corner. There's really no privacy here in the main room, but you can kind of stand off to the side. Sure. And
I guess we'll just all wait on Bronson
right.
for his little family reunion, I suppose, before our very important team meeting that we were about to have.
Yeah, I tell you what, let me tell him I'll be right back. y'all don't go anywhere. I got something to discuss with you.
Great.
If anything, we'll have some hours to kill before nightfall
Exactly.
if we're gonna do anything.
Exactly.
Great.
So yeah.
Okay, so you head back to your group suite or your large bunkhouse room that's got multiple beds, and it is time for your team meeting here. What would you like to discuss?
Number one thing, I just want to make sure, like, whatever information collected around town. I remember that guy, quote unquote, Brett, was talking about helping fix our legal issues. Did anybody hear anything more about that in particular?
Yeah, they got a plan in place. We're clear.
Just out of the blue like that. They got that whole thing fixed up for us. That's pretty. Do you know anything more about that, Gator?
Yeah, they're blaming the blunderbuss gang.
All right, and they got the people and like resources in place to pull that off. This fast.
They got a printing press apparently, because they showed me some wanted posters that looked real convincing.
Well,
Took
damn.
my advice.
All right. Oh, and like Gator, you have previous interactions with the foundation. Are you familiar with this guy we were talking to at Grapplebee's? Like,
I may have met him before at another Grapplebee's.
oh yeah?
Yeah, there's more than one location.
Well, for sure, Grapplebee's is everywhere, but it's interesting that this quote-unquote founder is still running around kicking, you know? Like, from my perspective, during the foundation days, things got torn up pretty good, and a lot of us were kind of left hanging. Do they still got, like, a network going, Gator, that you know about?
Yeah, there's still a network. Why wouldn't it be a network?
Like,
You and me talking is a network. And I'm just being real. Yeah, no, dude, we're making it happen.
I'll throw an insight check down on that. If Gator's telling me the whole truth.
Well, I don't want to do PvP here, so we can assume that.
No, just roll deception versus insight.
Yeah,
I'm not
It doesn't have to be PvP. It's just like if Gator's trying to be deceptive and Solomon's trying to see through it. I mean, that should be easy enough to.
Well, you tell me, how do you want to role play it? I don't want you guys to have to roll for it.
I'm not the wheel. I'm not even the wheel within a wheel. I don't know what you're worried about here. I got as much power as you do, bud.
I don't know. Well,
We're two peas in the same pod. Nothing to worry about.
all right.
That does seem to be a potential issue with clandestine networks. Is, you know, how do you trust but verify? You know.
Honor amongst thieves.
You should see if he knows the secret handshake.
Uh-oh. I gotta do 2 of those in one day.
Is there a new secret handshake?
As long as I don't have to remember it, yes.
So you both know of a secret handshake with the organization.
But pay close attention to this.
Now you don't
Old
have
code, but it checks out, sir.
you don't have to perform it, but you do know of one.
Yeah, slap fist, up, down, over, round, do a little twirl, and high kick.
Up, down, left, right, BA select start.
All right, maybe next time we talk to this fella, I might have a couple of questions for him, but yeah. Everybody else like good? Any pertinent information that anybody feels needs to be shared with anybody else from the travels?
Not towards the group.
I got some information on my family's status and everything like that from Bannon. He was pretty forthcoming with helping me put together the details since I've been ostracized from my
Yeah, and he
my
like
family.
hooked us up with the meeting with the warden.
Yeah,
He seems
he
like
seems
a totally
pretty
stand-up
earnest.
guy. Who
Yep.
was that guy? How'd you meet him?
That is the current husband of my baby mama.
Oh, oh,
My.
I am.
Just bump the
Sorry.
DJ table.
I am-
Just
Bronson, how many pieces is the poor boy in?
He's fine.
Yeah, he walked us into that meeting just now. We just left him here.
He let me know that we need to get to the capital with some haste.
We
My
could go there
son is
tonight.
apparently there, and my grandfather is being held in the cell.
They, okay. Kidnapping. I can't say that's new.
Oh no, my son's at an orphanage apparently.
Oh, well.
It wouldn't be so much kidnapping as adopting my natural born kid.
But it would be more fun than to do documents if we kidnapped him.
No, I'm not saying that we kidnapped him. I'm saying he may be in an orphanage, but it sounds to me like if your grandfather is an important political prisoner, it might help.
Oh
to
no,
have
no! Don't get it wrong.
Insurance.
I think from what I understand, my grandfather is in jail because he was a terrible swindling merchant. I believe he may be locked up for crimes that he actually did commit.
They're not hanging on to the great grandson as any kind of like collateral or anything.
No, it sounded more like the houses were just on their way out, and that Alicine did what she had to do to make sure that everybody lived through that situation.
Damn.
I don't blame her. I'm not happy, but I don't blame her for what she did.
Oh.
But all roads went through the capital. All roads still go through the capital. So nothing has changed in
Absolutely.
that front.
Well, it's good to hear. And at the very least, you should have a cathartic evening of hanging out with some family, and then later tonight, beating the living crap out of a hardware guy. Eh?
Yeah, this sounds like a perfect evening.
Well, I think we should lure outside. I feel like I could very easily lure outside where we can jump him.
I mean, if it's at Grapplebee's, are we really going to have to deal with security?
I was gonna say, yeah, or
Are they
we do
going
it
to bounce us,
inside.
and then all of a
It's
sudden, just like as soon as we get
safer
outside, they're going to be like, all
territory.
right, bye.
Like, hey, yeah, you just got us off for international treason and arson and murder. I think we can kill this guy in our home turf here.
how does Rosa feel about this
Flash those
conversation?
cards.
Oh.
He murdered somebody, Rosa.
He murdered somebody. And
And we have been deputized to deal with it
By the
legally.
warden of the territory. Yeah.
so why do you have to
But-
jump him then?
I mean, they did say dead or alive, so let's make an attempt to incapacitate him rather than straight up kill him.
And we
But
can
I
make
mean,
an attempt to just
if
bring him
blades
in
get
if you want.
drawn, yeah, if blades get drawn, blades get drawn. I mean, like, you know,
If you want, I could probably walk this guy to the warden with a smile on his face. If you
All
want,
right, let's
Rosa.
try
I could
that
take his
first.
free will
Oh,
away from
geez.
him, Rosa.
Yeah.
No,
Too bad
no,
you
no
already
charming
drained a
person over here.
suggestion spell.
Has it been 8 hours?
Yeah. It's nightfall now.
Yeah, it's
why not-
been about 8 hours.
Ambrose is walking back.
Good. So I just,
Stream in the morning.
not worried about the spell slot. It's more like I've been maintaining concentration all day on making this asshole walk.
I've just been like halfway distracted, like walking and walking and walking.
You told the dude to touch grass.
Touch all the grasses.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But-
I don't want to know what he did to that grass.
And if anybody, like Rosa, if you have a way of quicker communication with Mistress Wolf, I tell her the whole story about the vagrant cannibal and the fact that, honestly, our dude Ambrose just thought it was hot or something like that. He's letting cannibalism go down out of the Risky Rabbit. It is completely unfit for managing an establishment of any kind.
So, who has the moonshine by chance? I'm worried that Solomon's been drinking it.
No,
What is, okay, wait. Well, okay, so actually out of character, do I actually know about this, like, cannibal chef and all this stuff?
Nope.
This has been told to us. So I'm
Solid-
just hearing this for the first time.
Yeah, no, this story sounds very far-fetched. And unbelievable.
I'm serious. I didn't give. I still had like one little piece of the meat that I didn't let Snugglecup get to.
Okay.
All right, and so Rosa, if you want to check this out, this is
Snugglecup
evident.
is very interested in that piece of meat.
I still have regular turkey meatballs. You sit,
Ugh,
stay. He sits and he stays.
they're
Yeah.
so dry.
If you want to investigate, this is human meat that the cannibal gave to me.
Does it taste like human meat?
I didn't taste it,
Do not.
but Rosa's a
Solomon?
healer. She should be able to identify it.
I don't think that's how it works.
I mean, the tattoo is a dead giveaway.
It's true. Look at this skin. That is not pork skin.
Solomon, why is Snuggles looking at us funny?
Says no regrets. It's
no.
misspelled.
Yeah.
I stashed that chunk of meat back in the bag with the other meat, but in a separate pocket,
Okay.
so that he doesn't know the difference. And I give him some more turkey.
Okay.
You've
Well, that
undone all the
concerns
training.
me.
So what's the plan here?
All right, so I think the plan is to head to Grapplebee's, try and get this guy to either go willingly or slightly unwillingly, but still alive, as the first option, and then just straight up executing him as the second option.
Okay.
Why did I just think of what is it from the Thor movie or something like that? Who play Hurt Brother or something like that? Where you go and you're like, oh no, my brother's hurt. Anyway, that made zero sense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, get help.
Let's play the get help. Yeah.
Yeah, get help. There you go. Okay, someone knows what I'm talking about. Maybe we can lure him out that way.
I mean, we have Hardway get up. I could just roll up to him and just be like, hey man, need your help with something outside.
Yeah, Nick sent me.
Will the gun fit you?
Yeah, oh yeah, because it's Nix's specifically. So, and he was like my size. So
I thought that was someone else.
No, you're thinking the underwear.
Which is
No,
also
no,
Nix's.
because when we
Yeah.
stole his underwear, I stole his vest and his pants too.
Yeah. Yes.
yeah.
I stole all of his clothes, and they absolutely should fit me because there's maybe only like a 2-inch difference in height between Kevin Nash and Bronson.
Yeah, that's right.
And we like threw the pants onto the statue where the party was.
Right, but not the
Yeah.
underpants.
Not the underpants. I'm wearing his underpants.
Yes, yes.
Gosh,
They're
those are
magic.
great times, just stealing underwear, before all the murder.
Tell me about it.
You know
The
what?
murdering
You know
in
what
this
happened?
nation started at its very foundation, Rosa.
The murder really started when Rosa joined the group.
That is
Oh
also
my
true.
We were running a fairly murder hobo free campaign, and then Rosa joined, and the brakes just fell off the car.
Sounds about right.
All right,
Hey,
Rosa.
maybe
So
we can get the brakes on the car a little bit more now that we're off the hook for murder.
So, how do we feel about going to Grapplebee's?
Super good.
Oh,
Sure.
Okay.
Let's
You're
let
good.
Bronson catch up with his chums downstairs, and then we'll go to Grapplebee's.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a
Yeah,
fairly
that's
short
fair.
conversation.
Maybe the four of us go to Grapplebee's preemptively. We just wait for Bronson. We'll kind of lounge about the place, just get an eye, see if we can spot the target.
Does
Go get a
anybody have
table.
sending or anything like that?
I've got message at 120 feet.
Gotcha. So if I'm like headed in that direction, and for some reason you guys are not there, and having to tail him through an alley or something like that, you could probably get a message to me somehow.
Potentially, yeah.
Nice. Okay. We'll roll with that then.
Okay. So, the four of you plus Snugglecup head over towards Grapplebee's. And Bronson stays behind with the young Celts. Oh, that's the Grapplebee's. We're not there yet. We're at the Risky Rabbit. All right, in the lobby of the Risky Rabbit, Bronson and his three long-lost cousins. How does this conversation go?
Maris and Grady. It is
Hey!
really actually fantastic to see you guys. Do you guys keep up with Franco and Vero?
Oh, yeah, of course. We got this little business going here.
Yeah.
And Maris goes, I'm the EVP. And Oren goes, no, I'm the EVP. We're both EVPs of this here business. And Grady, Grady is our, he's also an EVP. We're all EVPs. And we're friends and we're cousins.
Yep. So there may be some lucrative and or easier ways to move freight coming at you guys soon.
Hey.
And also, if you guys are down, I want to retake the family home.
At the Capitol.
Well, the ancestral home in Territory 1 specifically. But yeah, it's gonna mean that we have to take the resources at the Capitol too. And I know that Gramps is locked up, and I need all of us to be on the same page, because I think there needs to be a new chapter in the Celtigar legacy.
Oh, you think so? Well, hey,
Yep.
whatever you need, we're in.
Awesome. I'll be in touch. I know how you guys are based out of here. I know how to get in touch with you guys now. Franco and Vero, I'll try and stay in touch with them and give them instructions, but I want to make sure that if we've got to move, that we all move as one fist, rather than, a bunch of pointing fingers in rando directions like some sort of wiggly jazz hands. I love this family. I may not have had the most conventional upbringing, and I sure as hell have not enjoyed the last 5 years, but it's obvious to me that this family has fallen far from our place that we should be.
Oh,
And-
things aren't so bad. We're still elite, you know? We are just in a different way. So who needs the capital? We got our own thing going here, and things are going great. And you can be part of that. We got a spot for you.
I want that to be able to continue, but I also want to reclaim what is ours. So there's nothing that says you guys that we can't keep up the merchant trade and that we can't, live by our own rules, but I want to get back what is ours.
Well, hey, we're in. Count us in.
All right. Yeah.
And so Mara says we're in. Oren says we're in, and Grady. And Grady puts out his limp wrist for the fist bump, and they say Grady's in too.
So I go up to Grady, and I give him a real big hug, and then the camera zooms out. And then I go, awesome. I have some more business that I have to attend to tonight. We're actually based out of the Risky Rabbit here, so if you guys need to leave me any messages or anything like that, leave them here, and they'll make sure that they get them to me.
All right, can do.
Awesome.
All right,
and
let's
I head out the front door.
Yep, let's cut over to Grapplebee's. So it's a busy night at Grapplebee's. There is a wait, in fact. It'll be 15 minutes before a table is ready for you, which is great because your entire party has to be there before you can be seated, and you're still waiting for Bronson.
Oh, no. You got the little vibrating coaster in your hand. Just waiting
I
for it.
mean, we'll just take a seat at the bar until a table opens.
Oh,
up.
yes, of course. Okay, so while you're waiting for Bronson, you don't see anybody that matches the description of the gentleman that was described by Tiger. Bronson, you approach the entrance of the Grapplebee's. It's the busiest establishment in the whole town. It is the place to be. And as you make your way through the door, you see the rest of your party at one of the bars. And you are then once again reunited with it's margarita night, so everybody is in a great mood. So party, what do you do?
No sign of hardware yet. Any sign of the manager or whoever?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you do see him. He's there is a customer berating him about the quality of the food that they've just eaten, questioning what kind of meat it is and what kind of cooks they have making this food, that it's undercooked and they're not paying for it.
I'll go walk on over there, and as I walk up, I'll be like, now, don't critique that bad. You're not appreciating the cultures that are representative of this plate. This is prime territory too. This is, in fact, a delicacy where you're coming from. And I'll just cast Charm Person on this disgruntled customer.
Oh, okay. So with Charm Person, read to me what that does.
They make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14, and if it fails, it is charmed by me until the spell ends, or me or any of my friends do anything harmful to it.
Okay, they are charmed.
They regard me as a friendly acquaintance.
So there are two of them. One of them is charmed and one is not.
I'll cast it at level 2. I'll charm both of them.
Oh, okay. Then they're both charmed. And Brett Hearth gives you a nod of appreciation.
Yeah, you'll find that this is actually the greatest meal that you guys can get in this place, bar none. Even better than the capital itself to produce this kind of local cuisine. Hey, Brett, you mind if I bend your ear for a minute?
Oh yeah, of course. And he tells his customers, have a great evening, and he says, Mr. Scribbles, what can I do for you this evening?
So it seems like you and your still very well established Foundation contacts have pretty much gotten us completely off scot-free for any of the incidents that they were trying to frame us for down in Lucha Town. That's very nice to hear.
Well, that's right. We merely suggested that they had the wrong party accused of that crime, and our blunderbuss friends are the ones that are taking the credit for that particular crime, as well as other crimes. So the gears are in motion, but you have nothing to worry about, certainly in regards to Lucha Town.
Yeah. In fact, I have to thank you for assuaging all of my fears about Lucha Town. But I did become curious about another aspect. It seems as though your Foundation network is thriving quite well in the years since, like, the takedown of the organization.
Well, thriving is not the word that we would use. It's undergoing a renaissance. We had to lay low for a long time before returning back to the strength that we have right now. And members from all different ways of life have fallen under our umbrella over for one reason or another. As the original founders of the kingdom have passed, there's been a greater and greater class separation, more people suffering, and it has necessitated a cause like ours. Here we are.
But you had to lay low, but you still had operational organization, like, the whole time?
Yes.
Interesting.
So you can't defeat an idea, and that's what we are.
No, you can't defeat an idea, but you can sure crush an organization into the dust, which I have to say that me and any of my incredibly meager contacts from back in the day, I feel were of the impression that we were crushed into the dust. To see that a quote-unquote founder is still in operation to this day makes me think of a lot of people that I worked with back in the day who got disappeared during the purge, and how a very fine entity like myself seems to have been completely cut loose.
Well, that's been an unfortunate side effect of the rebellion being crushed, is that it scattered the pieces of the Foundation to the wind, where they were operating independently for a long time, feared to be forgotten, and in some places completely eradicated. But we operated in pockets, and there is still a network.
Operating independently is a nice way of putting being completely alone.
Yeah, at times it did feel that way.
All right. Well, thank you for answering my questions. I think I have a couple things to think about.
Sure.
All
right.
Walk away.
So, party, what do we do? What are we here for?
Highway.
Gotcha, dude.
Okay.
Well, I've been watching the door. Has anybody new or interesting walked in?
Roll perception.
Oh boy.
Everybody can
Perception is
roll perception.
my best skill with the -1 still.
16.
Well, that was awful.
17.
8.
19.
Okay, so you have the joint completely cased, and you are sure that if he were here, that one of you would have seen him. But nobody matching the description you received earlier is in attendance. There are no Hardway members in attendance, at least nobody wearing the jackets. And there are, let's see, is there anybody else in town that you know? Harvey Marks is there. He's the only smiling face that you recognize. He is laughing amongst other people who you don't recognize. And just having a generally good time. He looks much better than the last time Bronson saw him in the arena in Lucha Town.
I'm gonna get around and take it to him.
Okay.
I didn't help him in the fight, so I at least can buy him around as a way to, show a little bit of dignity.
Okay. So you show up with. Can you add on to it?
Yeah, just like tell a waiter, like, get the man a round of chicken wings on me.
Okay.
We don't know if they're chicken.
Oh yeah, I'm walking the beer over to him myself, just so
Okay.
we can see eye to eye.
All right, then, not chicken, jalapeno poppers.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Harvey sees you, Bronson, and he goes, "Hey, don't hit me!"
I put my hand up, like, easy, bud. and I plant one of the beers down in front of him, and I say, we all know what was at stake, to walk this road. No hard feelings, and I'm glad to see that you're okay.
So he looks at you, he looks left, looks right to his friends, and he goes, "No hard feelings, just part of the game."
And then, blink! And I tell him, it's like, listen, I don't want to bother you. I see you're here with friends. I just want to come pay my respects. And, were you in a scrap with a Hardway, earlier?
We were. Bastards, Hardway bastards, set the docks on fire at Lucha Town. Blamed you guys for it.
I know I liked you, Harvey.
Just wrong.
Do you, do they have, like, a particular hangout in this town that they like to
What?
frequent?
It's funny that you say that. The little one, the short guy, he was just in here. Just before you were here, as a matter of fact. Not that long ago.
Just see which way he went.
Everybody comes here. I don't know. He went out the front door, not the side door there.
Okay.
If you hurry out there, you might be able to catch him. What are you up to?
Business from the warden.
Justice.
Apparently, the Hardway has run afoul of the warden, and we've got to intervene on his behalf.
Oh, is that a matter of fact? Well,
Yep.
well, hey, I wish you the best of luck. Nail that bastard for me while you're at it.
Will do. And then I clap him on the shoulder and sort of like gesture to the party to head out the front door.
Sure.
and I start heading for the front door as well.
Okay. Everybody follows?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Gator's
So,
like, no, my poppers.
so you are now outside where it has been gently raining for a little while, and the ground has softened up a fair amount. Roll perception.
Yeah, any big fat footprints?
Can I remember how many people
Ooh, dirty.
or how many Hardway members were in that brawl from yesterday?
Sure, that'll be a history check to remember. It'll be a survival check to look for footprints. It'll be a perception check to notice your surroundings.
By the way, I got a 23.
For
Yeah,
what?
I got a dirty 20 on perception.
Perception?
12 history.
Okay.
I got a 4 on perception.
All right. So.
I as well got a 5 on perception.
All right. So Solomon, you can't remember exactly how many Hardway members there are. You do remember that there were 2 faces you recognized, and the first being the Hardway member that wears the chainmail hat. The other one being the one that was the first person that you killed. The initiate, the Hardway initiate member who somehow has returned to life. Got better, right? And this other guy would make the third Hardway member, but you can neither confirm nor deny that there are more. Examining the area, you don't notice anybody that is looks nefarious. This business is very busy. It's well lit. Most of the buildings in town are not lit at this time. And upon further investigation, there are a set of footprints leading out of town in the direction that Harvey Marks had pointed you.
Do we want to follow those?
Let's go. Solomon takes the lead. Solomon looks pissed off.
Zinthral, you in particular are extremely motivated by the discovery of these footprints. Whether you feel a chance for redemption on the top of your mind, or your impatience to fight has kind of taken over you, but you are 100% sure that these footprints will lead you to what you're looking for.
And it's of the group?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the group, but you are leading the way out in front.
Okay. I'm also apologies. I disconnected because windy and stuff. So I didn't hear the previous bit.
Okay, so you have left the Grapplebees. Harvey Marks had told you that the Hardway member had just left at the front door. It's raining, so there are some pretty clear footprints that appear fresh, leading in the direction that Harvey had pointed. And you are sure that following these footprints will lead you to the person that you're looking for.
Okay, I said, hey y'all, found something.
And you take off after them.
One last thing after we leave the Grapplebees, I drop my charm person, so those 2 customers become extra pissed off now that they know they were charmed.
Fantastic. All right, so Zinthral is almost jogging in the direction of...
He's like moving like a man possessed.
Yeah.
Gator
And
follows, but not until Bronson does.
Yeah, we'll let him track like a bloodhound.
I'm gonna jump real quick on Zinthral's back. I'm piggyback on Zinthral. I want to be at the front.
but you're gonna have to catch up with him though, because he's you have short legs and he is quite an athletic specimen.
I will sprint as hard as it takes just to jump on him real quick.
So you're wheezing
Yes,
like a
can I
kid
slow
with
down?
asthma trying to catch up.
Can I slow down a bit so he can?
Oh, sure.
I have been waiting for this moment. I go to Bronson and I go, up.
Piggyback
Yeah,
ride.
very
Let's
good.
do this.
Okay.
Carry Solomon like a backpack.
Gator, would you like Bronson to
I
carry
can
you
go
too?
40 feet per round, so
Snuggle Cup, come.
No, because he doesn't carry me carefully. He usually just grabs me by the back of the neck, and I don't appreciate that.
That's true. So as you're heading out of town, it's dark. It's darker and darker. It's becoming harder to track these footprints. But in the distance, Zinthral, you can see there appears to be campfire light.
And also, I have dark vision.
Yeah. Who else has dark vision? Is pretty much everybody.
I do, yeah.
No,
I don't think I do.
yeah, halflings and humans don't.
we suck.
Gotcha. So the two of you would slow down a little bit because of your limited visibility. Does Bronson have dark vision?
Yep.
I was about to say I'm piggybacking on him, so
Gotcha.
And I was gonna say yes, filthy orcs have dark vision.
Gotcha. Okay, so Bird, you are with haste. You are hauling ass, and Solomon, give me a perception check.
13.
May
13.
I help with this, or is that a no?
No. And Rosa, at this point, you get a very bad feeling. And you're sure at this point, this is somehow tied to the omen, which you had spoken about first thing that morning, right?
yeah.
Or the day before. I forget what it was.
Yeah, I can't remember if a day's passed or not, but yeah, I might just be like, oh my god, the omen,
So-
you know.
Are we completely out of town now?
Yeah, I mean, you
We're
can
in, like,
still see
the
the lights from town in the distance. You know, there is. I mean, it would be easier to walk back towards town than it would be to continue going farther out into the wilderness.
This is a TRAP trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap Zinthral on the shoulder and be like, at the very least, we need to try to ambush them if this is a legitimate campsite.
So
We need to
as
speak up as a group.
as you are beginning to tell that to him, Zinthral, you lead yourself into a sloped area that where the ground becomes slick, and you begin sliding down into an opening into the ground. I would like
Precipice.
both of you to give me a dexterity save.
Cool.
And Zinthral, you're going to roll with disadvantage.
Oh, because of course I am. Okay. Cool.
Because when you're piggybacking, both people fall into the trap.
Hmm.
Okay, that's.
I'm gonna not help. I rolled a 1.
Oh,
So you grab onto his face.
Yes,
Okay,
you're both
so-
eaten by the antlion.
All right, so I rolled a 21 both times.
you did not.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you rolled a 21, but Solomon rolls a 1. So so you are able to stop in your tracks, but Solomon does not. He continues sliding down towards the pit.
No,
Are-
I'm gonna go help him.
You're going to go help him. Okay, go
Yes,
ahead.
I'm gonna jump down.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity roll.
Okay.
Dexterity save with disadvantage again.
Okay, that's a. Okay, cool. 14. That's a 14 and a 20.
Okay. So the 14 is not enough to grab purchase into the ground and keep your footing. So you slide into a hole in the ground. Solomon, give me a dexterity roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Just straight dexterity or dexterity save?
A dexterity save with disadvantage.
14.
Okay, so you both roll 14. So you're both going to go into this pit, but Solomon, you're going to manage to you slow your progress just enough for Zinthral to go in before you, and you're going to fall down and land on top of him. There's a pit in the ground, and it falls at least 50 feet, right?
Can I grab him? Well, I have slow fall.
Okay.
Would that do anything?
For you.
Yeah,
What-
I want to grab
Holding
Solomon.
on to Solomon.
I rolled a nat 1. I deserve to hit the bottom of
No!
Read to me what slow fall does.
You
It's
can
a
use your
gate
reaction
falling
when you
damage.
fall to reduce any falling damage you take by 25. So it's just a damage thing, really.
Okay. Great. So let's see. Roll. How much is fall damage per 10 feet?
1d6.
1d6. Okay. So you're going to roll at least 5d6.
Ooh, okay.
Then subtract 25 from it. You gain health.
I heal from it
You
completely.
fell so well that you felt 3 hit points better.
Okay, that is. I'm gonna pull out my calculator.
You fall, but you crack your back in a way that it feels better.
Home chiropractor.
Okay. 5 plus 5 plus 4. 19.
Okay.
Is that after your 25?
No, I think he rolled a total of 19.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
let's see. So,
Tuck and roll.
I mean, yeah.
all right.
the-
So,
the monk
how do
won't
we want to
take
handle
damage,
this?
but-
Because I need.
Someone to die.
I need to railroad you a little bit here. And Zinth, we talked about this
Yes, I know.
ahead of time. Wait,
I would imagine
wait,
there's a very
here's-
dangerous trap anyway down there, like spikes.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna retcon the slow falling.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, and we're gonna say that you take the full damage because of what we had talked about before.
It
When-
was really just to save Solomon, really?
Well, you're gonna save him. He's gonna land on top of you.
Okay.
I gain the benefit of this level.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he does.
He's gonna.
Slow
He
fall
does. He
me.
does.
So you're
I
gonna.
cushion his fall.
Yeah, exactly. He lands square on top of you, and lands hard enough to snap your leg in half at the
Oh!
shin bone, causing a compound fracture.
Holy crap.
I
And
needed that leg, by the way.
Ah!
and Solomon, give me a Constitution save.
My foot is up his ass, right?
That would be cons plus 0. That's a 4.
Yep. So you throw up at the site of the exposed
Onto the
bone.
wound. Yep.
My
not
man,
great.
the shock is kicking in, so I don't really feel it. But
Can I reset this in this moment?
Well, it is pitch black. You're at the bottom of this cave,
I got
and
dark vision. I'm a gnome.
let's see. I need to drop your tokens here. Oh, come on.
now I must say, I don't think I can heal this.
I can
Here's
heal.
my key.
I can fix this. Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
I can fix it.
Oh no, you can't.
No.
I just need to reset it before I apply healing magic, so that way your bones aren't
Okay.
messed up forever.
So you guys can see the cave. Okay, great. So you fall into the bottom of this cave, and it is covered in vegetation. It is the way you would describe it is a lush cave that has vines hanging from the ceiling that have berries that emit a small amount of light. There are vines everywhere and yellow flowers everywhere. In addition to that, there are cactuses sporadically positioned around the room.
Oh, that's not good.
So you're in quite a pickle. Above Bronson, Rosa, and, well, Bronson, you see them disappear into this hole. Gator is still hauling ass. Snugglecup also... Snugglecup actually stops before hitting the slick spot. And Rosa is still on your back. How do you react?
Are you guys okay?
Does it seem like I'm okay? Look at my leg. I don't feel it.
It sounded like you landed on a tree branch.
Oh no. No. I promise you it's not what happened at all. Use your dark vision a little bit more.
While Zinth is distracted complaining, I reset the bone.
Oh.
Okay. So Rosa, are you still on Bronson's back, or have you gotten down?
I've probably gotten down.
Okay.
I tell her what I see.
Do what?
I tell you what I see down there.
Oh my god.
And then you hear a scream.
All right. I'm gonna
and vomiting apparently.
I'm gonna need Bronson and Gator and Rosa to roll a strength save.
Uh-oh. No one was paying attention. We're getting bull rush.
It's 6.
Okay, perfect.
25.
Bronson, you're gonna roll with disadvantage.
28.
Okay. So here's what's going to happen. So Rosa, you, as you're observing the hole in the ground and worried about your friends, you feel from behind, you're grabbed from behind, your mouth is covered, and you're kind of snatched up. Gator, you are shoved into the hole. And you're going to take 5d6 damage, but halved.
He's going to land on me, isn't he?
I'll try.
Yes, now.
Oh,
Zin, catch me!
Here we are coming. I try to just Zin push with your good leg and drag him out of the way.
Let me guess, I do it with disadvantage.
So what is Zinth doing?
Trying to get away
myself out of the way.
On him.
Yeah, just trying to drag him out from under where Gator's about to land.
So you know what's cool? You can actually do /2 and it does half damage after it does all the calculations, and I take 6 points of damage total.
There you go. So as you tumble down, you are able to slow your fall by grabbing onto some of the hanging vines. You still hit the ground pretty hard, enough to take 6 points of damage. And you manage to avoid falling on top of Zinthral and causing any more damage. Give me a Constitution save real quick.
Uh-oh. It's a 15 plus 15.
Okay. So you see the exposed bone and Solomon vomiting, which makes you a little nauseous, but you don't throw up at the sight.
Oh, no, because I was in the military, even if, if it was mostly, just storytelling. But, oh, no, I've seen worse than that, kid. You'll be fine.
Okay. And then Bronson, you are shoved hard from behind, but not enough to launch you into the pit. Instead, you just get very angry, and you turn around, and you are met with the guy that you're looking for. Goes by the name Tricky Dicky. Here he is.
about to die.
And he is backed up by 7 or 8 other members of the Hard Way.
Fuck 'em.
Dibs on the necklace.
One of them which has restrained Rosa, another one which has restrained Snugglecup. And that's where we're going to leave the session for tonight.
Bronson doesn't get to kill yet.
All right, we get to add 1 week to the days or weeks without Bronson murdering someone counter.
Yeah, but Bronson, he pushed me.
Oh, it'll go back to 0 like first thing next week.
So that's going to be it for tonight. That's been this episode of Kings Road Young Lions. Thanks for coming out, Young Lions. Thanks for playing along. Say goodbye, Young Lions.
Goodbye, young
Goodbye,
man.
Young
Lions.
All right, take care, everybody.
Goodbye, legs.
Goodbye.
Hey, congratulations. If you're still listening, that means you made it to the end of the episode. Thanks for coming by and listening to this edition of Kings Road Young Lions. If you like what you've heard, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below of what you'd like to see on the next episode. For more great content from This Is Awesome Promotions, check out the YouTube channel, check out the Twitch channel, check us out on Twitter at TIA Promotions. Thanks again for coming around, and we'll see you next time down on the King's Road.